Intrinsic regulation. Okay, and it is done by autonomic nervous system. Done by autonomic nervous system. And remember, the cardiac control center is located in the medulla oblongata. Okay, it is located where? Inside the medulla oblongata. Right? Remember, in digestive system you would have learned about the vomit center. Vomit center was located where?
Medulla.
Respiratory rhythm center was located where?
Medulla.
And cardiac control center is also located in medulla oblongata. Means control for digestion, control for respiration, and control for circulation. It is autonomically controlled by which part of the brain? Medulla
Oblongata.
So, is it not the very important part of the brain?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
If there is any damage, to the medulla oblongata, it may lead to instant death. If the medulla oblongata is damaged, what will happen? There will be no digestion. Without digestion, for some time, a person can live. There will be no respiration and no cardiac activity. Without respiration and without heart activity, can a person survive?
No.
No. Okay. And see, this autonomic regulation, if you see, autonomic nervous system, we know that it has two branches, right? Sympathetic and parasympathetic. As you know, in case of digestive system also you'd have learned about this, right? Sympathetic control and parasympathetic control in neural regulation of digestion. Remember?
Yes, sir.
People from AIMS 2 and 3, in myenteric plexus and Meissner's plexus, in both the plexus we gave sympathetic and parasympathetic. They are the branches of autonomic nervous system. So sympathetic nervous system, one second, let me see. Hello?
Yes, sir.
And సరే 6కి చేసుకుందాం 6 o'clock నాది 6 o'clock చేసేసి sympathetic nervous system and the other one parasympathetic. Nervous system. See, both are opposite in action. Okay. Remember, this sympathetic nervous system, they cause release of adrenaline. The hormone that is released will be adrenaline. And the hormone released from the parasympathetic nervous system is acetylcholine. Okay. So they release adrenaline. And these releases acetylcholine. Okay. What are these two? These two are hormones. These both are neurotransmitters. Okay. Adrenaline can even act as hormone. Remember, whenever there is an action of adrenaline, whenever there is an action of adrenaline, let us say this is the heart. Okay. So whenever the adrenaline acts upon the heart, And if acetylcholine acts upon the heart, what is the difference? Let us see. Whenever adrenaline acts upon the heart, it increases activity. And when acetylcholine acts upon the heart, it will decrease activity. Increasing activity means what will happen? Heart rate increases. What about cardiac output? If heart rate
Increases.
increase, no? Okay. So this is with respect to neural regulation. Then we know that hormonal regulation or chemical regulation can also occur, isn't it? Hormonal and chemical regulation. So over here, you must remember that emergency hormones like epinephrine and norepinephrine, that is nothing but adrenaline or noradrenaline only. Okay, and increase in concentration of calcium ions. Okay, both these things, both this. Okay, both of them, if you take, okay, both of them, they increase the cardiac activity. Increases cardiac activity. Okay, so we can say heart rate increases and cardiac output also increases. But the point? And whenever there is a decrease in the concentration of calcium ion, decrease in concentration of calcium ion will cause decrease in cardiac activity. Very simple thing. If emergency hormones are released, like in flight to fright or fight situation, okay, epinephrine, norepinephrine, if such hormones are released, what will happen? Your heart rate will increase, right? Whenever you are in a situation, whenever you see a wild animal or anything like that, what happens? Your heart rate increases, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I hope it's clear about the regulation part.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next, let us talk about certain disorders. Before going to disorders, we can talk about blood pressure, right? Because the first disorder that we'll be talking is, or else in disorders only we'll talk about it. Disorders. The very first disorder that we can discuss is hypertension. Hypertension. Hypertension is increase in blood pressure. What do you mean by blood pressure? Blood pressure means what?
Sir, it is the pressure exerted by the blood on the veins, the blood vessels.
Wall of blood vessel.
Yes, sir.
Pressure exerted by blood on wall of blood vessel. This pressure is called as which pressure? Systolic pressure. Why we are calling it as systolic pressure? See, we know that ventricles, let us say this is one ventricle, okay, and it is pumping blood into the artery. So when the ventricle contracts, it will create some pressure, because of which Blood enters into the blood vessel or not? So contraction of ventricle is called as what? Ventricular systole. Okay. So when there is a systole, more pressure will be exerted, because of which what happens? This blood will push the wall of blood vessel. Okay. So because of that pushing, what happens is, in case of a blood vessel, imagine that this is a blood vessel. Because of exertion of pressure, there will be little bit of bulging. Okay. In this way, when the pressure is exerted, the blood vessel may bulge. Okay. And at this particular time, we know that the semilunar valves are open. Semilunar valves are open and the blood is entering from the ventricle. Okay. That is the systolic pressure. And for left ventricle, generally blood to the body is pumped by left ventricle only, right? Okay. So the systolic pressure, normal systolic pressure, is equal to 120 mm of Hg. And ventricular systole is for how much time? Tell me.
0.3 seconds.
And what about the remaining time?
Ventricular diastole.
It's undergoing diastole, right? It is not pumping. So for 0.5 seconds, when the ventricle is not pumping any blood, is blood not moving in the arteries?
It is moving, sir.
Moving.
Is moving, right? It is moving. How? The ventricle is not pumping, even though the blood is moving. How? Remember, just now we said that the blood exerted pressure on the wall. Just now we said, na, systolic, when the semilunar valves were open, the blood exerted pressure on the wall of blood vessel. But when this semilunar valves get closed during the diastole, semilunar valves are closed, right?
Yes.
There is no more pressure from the ventricle. But remember, our arteries were bulged during systole. At certain points, arteries were bulged. Now what will happen? The wall, because it is elastic in nature, it will come back to its original position or not? Because there is no more pressure from the blood. So whatever blood was present in this area, it will create pressure. It will come back, right? When the wall is coming back, the blood that was present in that area will it not again be pushed because of elasticity, and this will generate a pressure. Will it be more than the systolic pressure? Tell me.
No, sir. Less.
Comparative. Okay. And what phase of cardiac cycle is going on during this time? Diastolic phase, right? Okay. So over here, systole and diastole, if you see, this is semilunar valves closed. This is during diastole. Okay. So this pressure is what? It is the pressure exerted by blood. It is pressure exerted by blood on the, or we can say, sorry, not pressure exerted by blood, by wall of blood vessel on blood. By wall of blood vessel on blood. Okay. So the wall is creating some pressure, right? Definitely this pressure will be less than the systolic pressure, and this is during diastole, so it is called as diastolic pressure. Okay, it is around 80 mm of Hg. So say during the cardiac cycle, you have two types of pressure: systolic pressure and diastolic pressure. Okay, so here we can give that normal blood pressure 120 mm of there was a disconnection in the network. Let me share the screen once again. Can you see the screen now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So the normal blood pressure is
120 by 80.
upon 80 mm of Hg, where the upper value is what? It is for the Hare. Keep your mic off and cough, no? 120 mm of Hg is systolic pressure, okay, and 80 mm of Hg is diastolic.
Diastolic pressure.
And there is one more pressure called as pulse pressure. Means it is the difference of pressure. Pulse pressure is equal to systolic minus diastolic pressure. So what will be the pulse pressure? 120 minus 8, 40 mm of Hg. Keep this in mind. Okay, this is the pulse pressure. Now, if there is any deviation from this normal blood pressure, it is called as change in, and say this blood pressure, it can be measured by one instrument. No? What is that instrument called?
Sphygmomanometer.
Ignometer.
Okay, and remember now, an abnormal increase in the blood pressure is called as abnormal increase in blood pressure is called hypertension. Okay, so whenever there is an increase in blood pressure, this is called as hypertension. And similarly, there is one more thing, hypotension. Hypotension is abnormal decrease in blood pressure. Okay, so I hope about the blood pressure it is clear about increase or decrease in the blood pressure. I hope you have a clarity now. Okay, next type of disease we can discuss is angina pectoris. Angina pectoris. Okay, so angina pectoris is an acute, means severe, and short term, acute chest pain. Okay, so when can it occur? If muscles of a heart do not get enough oxygen. Okay, if they're not getting enough oxygen, why they may not get enough oxygen? Due to less blood supply also, we can say, na? If the blood supply is less, oxygen supply will also be less. Right? So over here, we can say it is a symptom of many heart-related problems. Okay, many heart-related problems. Next, we can talk about myocardial ischemia. Okay, myocardial ischemia. Remember over here, decrease in blood flow. It is a decrease in blood flow to the wall of heart. Right? And may lead to what? Angina. Okay, angina and heart attack. What is heart attack? That also we will see. Okay. Next, fourth one, myocardial infarction. Myocardial infarction. See, myocardial infarction, if you take, it is also called as heart attack. See, main reason for everything is one. We'll discuss that in the next one. Okay, just keep in mind, myocardial infarction is what? Heart attack. Okay, commonly myocardial infarction will be called as what? Heart attack. Right? So it is caused due to. Are you people listening?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Caused due to sudden damage of tissues of heart. If the tissues of heart undergo damage, okay, if there is a damage to the tissues of heart, because of which what happens? The reason for this could be due to decreased blood supply and oxygen supply. For example, let us say that this was a heart. Okay. Don't go with the diagram. Don't say, sir, our heart does not look like this. I'm just giving it for your reference. Okay. And let us say this was one blood vessel giving blood to one area of the heart. Okay. In this way, it was supplying blood. Okay. If there is any blockage over here, if there is some blockage over here, can this part get blood?
No, sir.
No.
This part will not get blood, means no nutrients, no oxygen. So will undergo damage. So damaged part. Okay, means it will undergo necrosis, tissue damage. Okay, so this part is not working efficiently. So it will lead to what? Heart attack. So what will happen? See, if 100% of muscles are good, all 100% will do X amount of work. But if 10% of muscle fail, work required is same, right?
Yes, sir.
The remaining 90% will have to do more work or not?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So there will be more strain upon the heart. Okay. Is it clear? So this is what we call as myocardial infarction. And the reason for this, due to decreased blood supply and all this, could be because of CAD. Okay, first you know about the disorders, then the major cause for this coronary artery disease will come to that. Then the fifth one, heart failure. Failure means when enough work is not done. Okay, so it is a condition in which heart does not pump enough blood required for body. Okay, that is called as heart failure. There could be many reasons. One could be congestive heart failure. Okay, because say if there is any swelling and all in the lungs, okay, or in the pleural membrane, will it not cause pressure on the heart?
It will.
And if there is a pressure on the heart, can the heart do its work maximally?
No.
No, that will lead to congestive heart failure. Is it clear? The next, cardiac arrest. Okay, so cardiac arrest is complete stoppage of heart. So there will be no heartbeat. Means the person is dead. Okay, and all these things, all these problems can be caused due to coronary artery disease, which is simply abbreviated as CAD. Coronary artery disease, CAD. Okay, another name also called as atherosclerosis. Also called as atherosclerosis, right? So what happens is there will be a blockage. Okay, blockage in the blood vessels that supply blood to wall of heart. What are those blood vessels? Coronary blood vessels, right? If there is blockage to the blood vessels that supply blood to the heart, this could lead to what? It could lead to decreased blood supply, decreased oxygen supply, and decreased activity of heart due to damage. So imagine this is a coronary blood vessel. Okay, and what happens is, let us make one more branch over here. Like this, I'll make another branch so that here itself I can talk about the grafting and all also, how bypasses and all are done. Let us say in this coronary blood vessel, there is a deposition of calcium or something like that. Okay, so let us say this is a plaque of calcium or cholesterol or any other type of fat or fibers. Okay, sometimes it could be or thrombus. Thrombus means blood clot. If there is a thrombus, that is the blood clot, even then also it can cause blockage or not. See, when blood is moving in this direction, if there is any blockage, can blood reach here? Can blood reach this part?
Yes, sir.
No.
Okay, no. So see, there is a blockage in the blood supply. And if there is any blockage, what will happen? The tissue over here, the tissue in this region may undergo damage. Okay, so we can say because of this, it leads to leads to decrease blood supply. If we talk only about decreased blood supply, what it is called? Myocardial ischemia. Because of decreased blood supply, there will be decreased oxygen supply. That is leading to damage. Damage is called as myocardial infarction. And whenever there is a damage, there will be chest pain or not?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Chest pain is called as angina pectoris. And if there is any damage, can a heart pump enough blood?
No.
No.
It will lead to heart failure. And if this damage goes on continuously, there is more blockage, more part of heart is damaged. Okay, it will lead to myocardial infarction, that is a heart attack. Okay, and ultimately what will happen? The heart won't function. If heart does not function, what will happen? What is
Heart failure.
Correct.
Heart
Cardiac
failure.
arrest. Heart failure is not pumping enough blood, pumping but not enough. Cardiac arrest is heart has stopped. All this is because of this coronary artery disease. Okay. Now, how can it be treated? Can be treated by clot busters. One example, streptokinase. You remember when there is a heart attack, some injections are given to prevent further damage. Okay, or in serious conditions, you would have heard about shunts.
Yes, sir.
Shunts to retrieve blood supply. See, if there is small blockage, some structures, shunts will be placed in order to increase the flow. And we know there is a bypass surgery also, right?
Yes.
In case of bypass surgery, okay, some blood vessel, generally Siphanous blood vessel is used, Siphanous vein is used. So what happens is, see, they'll make a cut over here. They'll make a cut over here and here, because see, there is a blockage in this area. Na? Let us say this block could not be removed. Okay, so some other blood vessel will be taken. Some other blood vessel will be taken and a bypass is made either from here, or we can say instead of here we'll make a little bit longer bypass. Let us say from here a grafting will be done. Some blood vessel from other area is taken and connected here. This is called as the bypass graft. Now what will happen? Blood from this blood vessel directly reaches this area. This should be done in like emergency situations. Okay, when in order to prevent further damage. Further damage can be prevented by this. If say continuously if there is a blockage, more and more part of the tissue may undergo damage. That can be prevented by doing this bypass surgery. Got the point?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. Then there is another disease called as arteriosclerosis. In case of arteriosclerosis, there is a hardening of the arteries, artery wall. Okay, or we can say stiffening. Okay, so what happens? It may rupture due to increase in pressure. When it is elastic, it won't rupture. But if it is stiffened, if there is more pressure, can it withstand the pressure now?
No, sir.
No. Okay. And it will lead to damage of it. Is it clear? Okay. These are the major disorders related to heart, and then related to heartbeat. You have one thing, tachycardia. That is abnormal increase in heart rate. Okay. And then you have bradycardia. That is abnormal decrease in heart rate. The abnormal increase, tachycardia, and abnormal decrease is termed as the bradycardia. Okay? Any doubts still here?
Sir, what's mean by shunts?
Shunts, generally see, they are, we can say, bypass circulation. Whenever bypass circulation is done, that is called as a shunt. Okay, instead of main pathway, if it is taking a deviation.
Sir, there
So-
are arranged some mesh type structures in the vein arteries, no sir?
That is to increase the blood flow. Whenever there is a constriction, let us say if there is small blockage,
Yes, sir.
okay, if there is a small blockage, for example, just 1 second, I'll just show you here. Array, if you want to learn everything here only, then what are you going to do in your medical college? Let us say this is a blood vessel, and like this, let us say there was some deposition, because of which now the blood flow will become very less, comparatively, if there is some blockage.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what they will do is they make use of certain structures. It could be a stiff structure like this, okay, which is made up of a fine mesh. Okay, and this structure will be inserted in this area. With the help of catheters and all, this will be inserted in this area. So what happens is this thing gets cleared off.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now the blood, this particular area will not get constricted because it is stiff and hard. Okay, and sometimes, see, one more thing can be done. Let us say there is a blockage. You'd have seen certain videos related to this, medical videos, if you can find. Let us say in this way, some blockage is there, right? So what they do is one catheter they insert,
And inflate it, sir.
okay, and they will cause inflation. And here, this when it gets inflated,
Yes, sir.
it collects all this plug, and then it is pulled back.
Yes,
When
sir.
it is pulled back, this catheter will bring along with it all the plug material will be taken out. Okay, and this particular thing is cleared. These things can be done if there is a very small blockage. Okay, that can be removed, or else say clot busters can be given. For example, if there is some clot in the blood, and that clot along with coronary circulation, let us say it reaches the coronary blood vessel and it causes blockage of the coronary circulation. Okay, in that case, streptokinase, there is one enzyme. Okay, if it is given, that will digest the clot. That can also be done. Depends upon the intensity of the clot. Let us say streptokinase is not working Tissue plasminogen activator has also not worked. Okay, even shunt can't be used. That is a very fine blood vessel in which shunts can't be placed. Okay, or this catheter procedure can also not be done. In that case, bypass surgery will be performed. From your thigh area, saphenous vein is taken. Means one small part, so that it does not cause more damage. Such vein is taken, okay, and then that is grafted into the area of blockage. 1 second, let me see. In this, if we find anything related to disorders.
Sir,
So
for
please,
plastic surgery also, they'll take flesh from thigh only. Again,
not flesh, skin. Skin.
Yes, sir, for bypass surgery also, veins they'll take from thigh only. Why, sir?
It's not like, say, it's for a grafting of skin. It's not necessary from thigh only. It can be taken from any area. The inner part of your thigh, is it visible part of your body? Tell me.
No, sir.
No. So if there is any skin damage or if there is any scar in the inner thigh, no one is concerned about it, right?
Yes, sir.
But if there is any damage to the upper part from a hand, if they take, that scar will be visible, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
I can't find anything related to the disorder because this is just related to blood pressure. You can see here, I can show you one video related to blood pressure.
As blood moves through the circulatory system, it puts pressure on the walls of blood vessels.
See,
Blood
can you
pressure
see
is the
it
amount
got
of force
bulged?
put on blood vessels. It is caused by the blood flow generated by the heart as it pumps and the resistance that blood encounters as it moves through the enclosed vessel. When the heart contracts, blood is pushed out into the arteries. This force pushes against the vessel wall, making blood flow faster under high pressure. When the ventricles relax, the vessel walls push back and blood flow slows down, resulting in lower pressure. The constant pumping of the heart maintains blood pressure and supply throughout the body.
Did you get that?
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
No, 1 second. I have in one of my books. I hope you can see this. Can you see here, students?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Equilibrium method.
Yes, sir. The one procedure that I just talked to you about. Can you see the small mesh-like structure stent is placed? Stent.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And percutaneous transluminal coronary angioplasty. Okay. This can also be done. See, inflation with the help of which the things are being removed. And can you see past graph?
Yes, sir.
Grafted blood vessel from the aorta only, it is being sent. Okay, got it?
Okay, sir.
Here's a heart fail and all the transplantation, how it is done. Whenever transplantation and all is done, heart transplant, okay, or if there is any type of damage, then the structures are being replaced. This is musculature. That's all.
Sir, one doubt, sir. Sir, means not this topic, sir. Old topic.
Acha, old topic doubt now you have.
Yes, sir. Means when there is a problem in SAID node, no, sir. Pacemaker.
Okay.
we'll implant a artificial pacemaker, no sir.
Okay.
Suppose when we are scared, the heart rate increases, no sir.
Hmm.
But when we have that artificial pacemaker, does this
Mhm.
happen, sir?
See, artificial pacemaker is nothing but that gives a stimulus.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And whenever you are afraid, adrenaline is there, right? Adrenaline is released. That adrenaline does not act upon SA node.
Yes, sir.
Okay. It's not acting upon only SA node. That adrenaline will act upon the muscular wall of heart.
Yes, sir.
Okay. When it acts upon the heart, it causes release of a secondary messenger called as CAMP, cyclic adenosine monophosphate. Because of that cyclic adenosine monophosphate, more calcium ions will enter. Because of entry of more calcium ion, contraction of heart will increase.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so those things, see, once you understand about the hormones and all, the function of hormones and all, there you'll understand. There will be one amplification of signals and all. Because adrenaline, it is a water-soluble hormone. There will be amplification of signal, because of which what happens is, if there is release of one molecule of hormone also, 1 lakh times the reaction is shown.
Oh,
Okay?
yes, sir.
More than 1 lakh times. Actually, it is going up to 10 to the power of 6 or something, 6 or 8 times amplification can occur. So just you need to know that there are certain things which you can just keep in mind.
Yes, sir. Understood.
Okay. Then any other thing? Any other doubts? So we are done with the syllabus for this weekend. Next, what chapter we have to start?
Excretion.
According to your schedule, excretion is there or environmental issues?
Environmental issues.
Environmental issues.
Let me check your schedule. Where is it? They have posted schedule in your group.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
On what date did they post?
Environmental issues.
Starting, sir.
Starting means that's what. In your old group, I guess, right? Can someone send me
Yes,
back?
sir.
Send that.
Once again, sir.
Because that group is deleted. So many people. Arey, one person sent enough. Many people started sending. Let me check. Stop sending. I got at least 7, 8 messages. After this, we have environmental issues only. So no excretion, environmental issues. In our next class, we'll start with environmental issue then, okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
For your excretion, I guess, in next year. Okay? Chalo.
Okay, sir.
See you all. Have a good day.
Thank you, sir. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
sir.
Bye. Take care.